Okay, let's start with reason number 1. There are just way too many dirty drivers and accidents. And yes, I do revenge those who rammed me off the racetrack sometimes. Let's take a look at few examples over here. What you see here is an unavoidable accident that I had. Obviously there isn't any way I can turn or brake enough to stop myself from 220 kilometers from the person in front of me. Here is another one, but this is worse as this person slid his car into mine. He pushed me into the wall and straightened himself up. This one is a classic one that every player or driver would have encountered. The person behind me decided to ram into the back of my car on a slow turn while I was slowing down. Obviously, I got pushed and crashed like a ping pong ball. Another classic one here, the person behind me thought that he was overtaking me from the inside, but instead, he rammed to the rear right corner of my car, resulting me to spin to my right and crashed right into the barrier. This is actually a funny one where this player Rick, who was right behind me, rammed to the back from my car twice, and decided to push me to the sand on the left while I was going at 150 kilometers an hour. I actually called him out and sent out a wow message to him. Obviously, he just pretended nothing had happened. Little does he know, when I met him again on the next lap, I am not going to let him walk free from what he did to me. Not at all. I had enough of these bullshit, and I won't let these kids bully me and walk away free. Thank you, baby. I know I did well on that one. Now you can go fuck yourself. This coward just decided to leave and DNF. I don't even remember what happened on this next one, but this car had been ramming me off track every single race. Whatever the reason was, it wasn't relevant. When I met him in a race few hours later, he still wouldn't let it go and did this to me again. It is already like 2 to 3 races few hours ago when we did this back and forth. So I had to do it back to him and ask if he's willing to stop this nonsense as we both losing DR and SR. Fortunately, after this time, he stopped without answering me. I let it go as he did. This upcoming one was a weird bug. I saved the replay and look at it again from different angles. It does look like I did hit his car, but the thing is the speed of my car was steady when the hit happened, and it didn't feel like I hit anything. Now, finally from his car's viewpoint on the exterior. If you see here, my car did not touch his car at all. Ironically, his car did speed up on that so-called hit for some odd reasons. I have no idea why my car's speed shone steady, while his was bumped up at that particular moment. Reason number 2. I think it must be my skills. Whenever I get into a race with rank B players, I tend to do pretty well, top 5 players at least. Please watch the highlights of this race. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Thank you. Chaos everywhere. Luckily, I wasn't involved in that. It was the very first turn on the first lap. Easy win. As you can see, they either run off the track themselves or taking wide turns as they make mistakes while they were leading in the front. Now let's jump to rank A. It's a little more exciting compared to that previous race. If you look at my starting position, you will already know that I'm way slower than drivers from rank A. Throughout this race, you will see a lot of black smokes. I thought rank A drivers would play a little nicer and cleaner, but I was wrong about that. Not in this race at least. I was able to slow climb up the ladder as they either got rammed off the track or they made some sort of mistakes and ran off the track. But sadly, on the final lap of this race, I made my mistake for braking in too late. I went into the sand myself. I end up getting 6th at the finish line, which is actually the fastest I got against all other races I had going against rank A players. If you watch the race carefully, I didn't take anyone by skills, they just ran off track on their own. I did nothing to climb from 11th to 5th. The third reason. My excuse of not being fast is I'm using an entry-level sim wheel, which is my Thrustmaster T248. I must admit I did purchase it on budget, and because it is a newer product as well. Since I have nothing to compare with, I don't hate this wheel at all. But according to those actual reviewers who actually knew what they are talking about, having those expensive DD wheels like Fanatec or Thrustmaster's TGT2 will actually get them a couple seconds faster in races. I'm not confident to say that by using my T248, I can get the same result as someone who was actually using those expensive wheels. So, I'm probably going to be stuck going up to rank 8 and dropping back down to B, which I already did dropped back to B this week. Anyways, thank you for watching.